They tell you the economy is recovering, and the numbers confirm it. A steady upward trend.
やったー
すごい上がり方だな。
最高です。万歳。
That isn't bad luck.
No, stop! Come on! Not yet us!
Whoa! What is that? It's all money and numbers! It's getting bigger!
Right now matters because we're living through a so-called recovery. A recovery with crises, stimulus, and rate cuts? Exactly. We must choose wisely.
They tell you the economy is recovering. Markets are up. Growth is back. The worst is over. And yet, somehow, the same people always seem to get rich first. That isn't bad luck, and it isn't timing. It's a rule, a quiet one, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Right now matters because we're living through another so-called recovery. After shocks, after crises, after rate cuts and stimulus and emergency plans, every cycle comes with the same promise. This time will be different. This time the gains will spread. This time everyone benefits. But history keeps telling a more uncomfortable story. Let's rewind. When an economy recovers, what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean people suddenly feel richer. It means numbers start moving again. GDP ticks up, markets stabilize, credit begins to flow. That last part is where the rule hides. Recoveries don't start with paychecks. They start with money, new money. And new money never enters the economy evenly. It enters through very specific doors. Banks, financial markets, large institutions, not households. When central banks respond to a crisis, they don't mail cash to every worker first. They lower interest rates. They buy financial assets. They make borrowing cheaper for those who already have access to credit. That's the first step. Money flows into assets before it flows into wages. Stocks, bonds, real estate, private equity, anything that can absorb large amounts of capital quickly. If you own these, you're early. If you don't, you're watching from the outside while prices reset. This is why markets can surge while everyday life feels frozen. The recovery is real, it's just happening somewhere else. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. As asset prices rise, the system celebrates. Headlines talk about confidence returning, wealth appears to grow. But that growth isn't neutral. It changes incentives. Rising asset values make existing owners richer on paper. That paper wealth becomes leverage. Leverage unlocks more credit. More credit chases more assets. The loop feeds itself. Meanwhile, wages don't move the same way. Salaries adjust slowly, often years later. By the time they do, the prices of housing, education, and basic living have already absorbed the new money. So when income finally rises, purchasing power doesn't. This isn't inflation as most people imagine it. It's distribution. Who gets the money first decides who wins. Every recovery follows this sequence: liquidity, assets, then maybe labor. That's the rule. And it explains a strange pattern you've probably noticed. After each crisis, inequality doesn't shrink, it widens, even during periods labeled as strong growth. It's not because the system failed, it's because it worked exactly as designed. Now look at the public story. We're told recoveries reward patience, that markets reflect collective optimism,